Okay, welcome to Bluegrass 101 here. We got everything working. We're live on Facebook. And perfect, excellent. Tonight we are doing a Jimmy Martin song called Drink Up and Go Home. It was recorded in 1971. It was actually originally recorded by Freddie Hart, and Freddie Hart was a country singer. He wrote the song Easy Lovin', Easy Lovin'. And he wrote this song, recorded in 1969, and then Jimmy Martin recorded it in 1971. Paul Kraft is on banjo, and it is a great song, kind of a rockin' song to play in the evening when it's a late night jam. You can pull this one out and people are entertained. I'm going to do it in the key of C. I'm going to capo at the 5th fret, but of course you can play just out of the straight position. Let's learn the chords to it. And if you're on Facebook, I posted the lyrics below. So it's a waltz, but it's a bluegrass waltz. So it's boom, chick, chick, boom, chick, chick. And it clips along pretty good, but we'll slow it down. And I want to hear the emphasis on the back beats, and that is back beats. So you're going boom, chick, chick, boom, chick, chick. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. You sit there crying, riding your beer. You say you got trouble. My friends, listen here. Don't tell me your trouble. I got enough of my own. Be thankful you're living. Drink up and go home. I'm fresh out of prison. 6 years in the pen. My wife and family. No one to call friend. Don't tell me your trouble. I got enough of my own. Be thankful you're living. Drink up and go home. Back there sits a blind man, so blind he can't see. He's not complaining. Why should you or me? Don't tell me your trouble. Got enough of my own. Be thankful you're living. Drink up and go home. I'm fresh out of prison. 6 years in a pen. Lost my wife and family. No one to call friend. Don't tell me your trouble. Got enough of my own. Be thankful you're living. Drink up and go home. So that's the whole song. It has an interesting structure to it because there's not really a straight chorus. There's not really straight verses. It does repeat that, don't tell me your troubles, I got enough of my own. That's probably the chorus, but it also repeats that I'm fresh out of prison line. So yeah, you kind of have to learn the structure of it. All the breaks are turnarounds, which means it just goes. So it's not a full break, and it would be weird because I'm not sure exactly what you would break over. I guess maybe the full chorus and that verse. But anyway, that is the entirety of this song. Now let's get into some of the details of it. First one to really pay attention is when that chord change happens on Don't Tell Me Your Troubles, Got Enough of My Own, Be Thankful You're Living. Now the chord change should happen right there. That's where you would naturally hear that chord break. So it'd go, don't tell me your troubles, got enough of my own, be thankful you're living, drink up and go home. However, the way that Jimmy Martin recorded was pausing on that 4 chord before going to the 5 chord for for a full measure. So, which creates this interesting anticipation. I'm fresh out of prison, 6 years in the pain. No, sorry. Be thankful you're living. Drink up and go home. Sorry. Ben, a great mandolin player and a great guitar player as well from BC, he just wrote How Blind. And there is a very funny line in this song that is, back there sits a blind man. And most people say, how blind is he? When you're singing this song at 2 o'clock in the morning and you might have a few road pops in you. So it's, yeah, back there sits a blind man. How blind is he? So blind he can't see, because that's pretty blind. But yeah, Ben, that's how blind he is. So blind he can't see. Yeah, but back to what I was talking about before I got distracted by a great singer. By the way, go to Ben. Hey, Ben, why don't you post a link to any of your music for purchase, either through iTunes or Spotify? Yeah, Ben is great. Not only bluegrass stuff, but also kind of old country and stuff like that. So great band. Okay, anyway, so lost my wife and family. No, and be thankful you're living. Drink up and go home. So it's just this fast little chord change to the 5 chord, and then back straight to the 1 chord, the root. Be thankful you're living. Drink up and go home. So pay attention to that one. And the other one is my own. On the end of those lines, don't tell me your trouble, not enough of my own. Even though that is just 1 word, it has 2 notes to it. Oh, be thankful you're living. Drink up and go home. Now, the other thing too is always hold notes on the vowels, on the true vowels, the open vowels. So on home, you don't want to end on the M. You don't want to go, drink up and go home. All of that is coming through your nose. If you're going, and plug your nose, it stops all. So the only noise that's coming out is all through your nose, and that isn't very musical compared to home. Same with living. That's all nasal. So living, park on the I. Living, be thankful you're living. Drink up and go home. Always on the vowels. So let's go through the song one more time now that we know it. We'll speed it up a hair, and we'll add those for those who want to play the turnaround breaks. And the turnaround holds on that 4 chord for that extra beat before going to the 5 chord for 1 bar, and then back to the 1 chord, 5 chord to the 1 chord. Yeah. So it goes 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1. Do 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 do. You sit there crying, riding your beer. You say you got trouble. My friends, listen here. Don't tell me your troubles. Got enough of my own. Be thankful you're living. Drink up and go home. I'm fresh out of prison. 6 years in the pen. Lost my wife and family. No one to call friend. Don't tell me your trouble. Got enough of my own. Be thankful you're living. Drink up and go home. Turn around. Back there sits a blind man, so blind he can't see. Yet he's not complaining. Why should you and me? Don't tell me your trouble. I got enough of my own. Be thankful you're living. Drink up and go home. Turn around. I'm fresh out of prison. 6 years in the pen. Lost my wife and family. No one to call friend. Don't tell me your trouble. I got enough of my own. Be thankful you're living. Drink up and go home. So that is the entirety of the song. But now we got to get into the harmony. And the harmony on the original recording is only on Be Thankful You're Living, Drink Up and Go Home. But when Dave Evans recorded this song, and when other people have recorded the song, they put 3-part harmony on the whole. Don't tell me you're starting on trouble. Trouble, got enough of my own. Be thankful you're living. Drink up and go home. So, just in case you're singing it with someone and you want to add harmony on that whole thing, we will learn the 3-part harmony for the entirety of that. I guess you could call it a chorus, for lack of a better word. We're going, don't tell me your trouble. I was flat, trouble. So we're on there, trouble, which is just doing the, let me think, the 5th and the 3rd in the chord. So as a tenor singer, which is typically the 3rd or the 4th above the lead, you're wanting to go trouble, don't tell me trouble, enough of my own. Be thankful you're living. Drink up and go home. Let's do that again. So your starting note is don't tell me your trouble. Let's start on the right chord. Don't tell me your trouble. Got enough of my own. Be thankful you're living. Wake up and go home. Trouble. Got enough of my own. Be thankful you're living. Drink up and go home. But we are in COVID and I don't have anybody in the house that sings. So what we have to do is we have to improvise. And I use a program called Audacity. It is free for download from the intranet. And we're going to sing the lead, just that part. Don't tell me your trouble, got enough of my own. Okay, let's record that. 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 3. Don't tell me your trouble, got enough of my own. Be thankful you're living. Drink up and go home. So there's the lead recorded. Let's see if I'm hitting the tenor correctly. I think I'm actually not. We'll see. 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 3. Don't tell me your trouble, got enough of my own. Be thankful you're living. Drink up and go home. Okay, I'm pretty close, but if you listen, listen to what I'm actually singing. 3, 3. Don't tell me your trouble. 3, 3, 3. Don't tell me your trouble. Got enough of my own. So I'm going. Got enough of my, got enough of my own. Got enough of my own. Got it. Got enough to your trouble. Got enough of my own. Got enough of my own. I'm having to go up every step there. Got enough of my own. Be thankful you're living. So let's try that correctly. Don't tell me your trouble, got enough of my own. Be thankful you're living. Drink up and go home. Let's do it again, because just like playing an instrument, your voice is your instrument. So the more you can practice and go through that. 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 3. Don't tell me your trouble, got enough of my own. Be thankful you're living. Drink up and go home. Okay, so that is the tenor. But I talked about this being 3-part harmony. So there is also the baritone. So 3 parts mean that the third, sometimes the fourth, is covered above the lead. And then the fifth, sometimes the sixth note above the lead, but one octave below is what we want to do. So it's going trouble is covered, trouble, trouble. Don't tell me your trouble. So I want to start trouble, trouble. Don't tell me trouble. Got enough of my own. Be thankful you're living. Drink up and go home. It's a very odd intervals because it is the baritone. Trouble, got enough of my own. Be thankful you're living. Drink up and go home. Trouble, got enough of my own. Be thankful you're living. Drink up and go home. Okay, let's try that against the lead. 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 3. Don't tell me your trouble. Got enough of my own. Be thankful you're living. Drink up and go home. Now the lead and the fifth is a larger interval than the lead and the third, or the tenor is a closer interval than the lead and the baritone. So what we're going to do, typically, if you're going to sing this as two-part harmonies, you're mostly going to be singing the lead and the tenor, what's known as tenor in bluegrass, which is the third or the fourth note above the lead. If you do the baritone, it's typically only done as a third part. So what we're going to do is we're going to add another track and we're going to record the tenor, and then we'll add the baritone, and you can hear how that baritone really fills out. 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 3. Don't tell me your trouble. Got enough of my own. Be thankful you're living. Drink up and go home. Okay. Trouble, trouble. 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 3. Don't tell me your trouble. Got enough of. Why am I missing that? Trouble, trouble. 1, 2, trouble. 2, 3, 3. Don't tell me your trouble. Got enough of my own. Be thankful you're living. Drink up and go home. Let's try that again. 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 3. Don't tell me your trouble. Got enough of my own. Be thankful you're living. Drink up and go home. I think actually my tenor might be out. But that is the concept of the three-part harmony in it. Hopefully you get an idea. And but this is a good opportunity. Audacity is a great program to play against and sing against and see how it sounds. So what I'm going to do is give you the opportunity to sing the lead, and I will play the lead, and I will be the tenor to this. First off, tenor, and we'll lay down a guitar track, and I will sing the tenor, but I'll give you slight hints as to when you come in on the you sit there crying, and we'll do turnaround. So all the mandolin players and banjo players out there get to do intros in this. How does Audacity work on Apple? Asked Shane Smith. Great, says Darcy. I have an Apple myself, an iMac, and I use Audacity on it. So you can definitely use Audacity on both, and I've done it on a PC as well. So definitely Audacity works on both Mac and PCs. Okay, let's do this with the turnarounds, with the tenor, and no lead, because you guys are going to be singing the lead for me. So let's try this out. 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 3. Intro. Turn around. Okay, so we have the guitar laid down. Let's talk a little bit about the banjo. Hopefully we have a few banjo players out there. So Paul Kraft is a banjo player on this, and Paul Kraft had some cool little licks that he tended to overplay a little bit. If you hear Oceans of Diamonds, there's a banjo lick that he does pretty consistently throughout. And this song he does as well. He does this lick, and it goes something like this. So he's bending, so he's doing a F shape in the C position, which is the C chord, good old Laura C chord, and he's lifting up his ring finger onto the G string, bending it up, and then on, let's see if we can get there. And then he does that up here. It's always the same. And then, so we will see how that works with, and I'll sing the baritone harmony. So, trouble, 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 got enough of my own, be thankful you're living, drink up and go home. Okay, there we go. I'm all tuned up. Add a new stereo track to this. Audacity allows you to, I sound like an ad for Audacity every time I use this, but I just really like it. They pay me absolutely nothing, trust me. But it allows you to do multi-tracks. It allows you to slow down without changing the keys. It allows you to slow down and change the keys. It allows you to keep the same speed and change the keys. So yeah, it's a great program to like slow down and play along and figure out exactly what those notes are when someone is doing something. But let's get this. Yeah. So I'm not going to take any breaks. That is the mandolin and the fiddle that does that, those turnarounds. But I will be filling in little spaces, and you'll see, I'll add the mandolin a little later, and you'll see how it all kind of fits in. Okay, let's try this. 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 3, intro. Drink up, go home. Drink up, go home.
enough of my own. Be thankful you're living. Drink up and go home.
Okay, so that gives a bit of Clayton just asked if I could do the Friendly Giant song on the recorder. Jim's story, who I typically we do Bluegrass 101 at the club, and Jim's story usually assists me, tells me when I'm singing a note wrong, and plays upright bass along with me. And he loves to play the Friendly Giant song on the guitar. He learned it. Okay, so I'm going to be doing turnarounds on the mandolin and singing the lead. Let's see if I can do this. First, I have to delete that little bit.
1, 2, 3.
No. I think I would have this down pat by now.
1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 3. Intro.
Okay, so just setting levels. Okay, so this is the full song in its entirety with mandolin breaks. I'm going to be singing. So because this is practice, because this is maybe doing something that you typically don't, this is what I encourage at Bluegrass 101. If you typically sing lead, pick one of the harmonies. If you typically sing the tenor, try the baritone. And if you're a female, you can even do the baritone one full octave below the low part if you want, or and take the breaks. And if you've never sung before, sing along for the first time. Hey, it's just you. No one's going to complain, and they shouldn't complain anyway. Playing music is showing a lot of vulnerability, and whenever someone shows vulnerability, it should be encouraged and celebrated, and not ridiculed. And I do believe that there's a lot of people out there that do not sing because at some point in their life they were told that they were not good singers, and because of that they have never tried to. And just like an instrument, you can learn how to sing. And no, there are like very few people that are tone deaf. Most people can recognize and through practice be able to learn when they are singing out of key and singing in key. But the big thing to do is you have to be able to sing to know whether you're singing in key or out of key, and you have to sing loud. So we got a little bit of time. You like the recorder behind me, your voice is a wind instrument. Your vocal folds are a muscle attached on one side, and they open and close and vibrate. And if you're not pushing enough air through that, just like a flute or a recorder or a trumpet, if you're not blowing enough air, it becomes flat. Now, if you push too much air through it, it breaks. It doesn't sound good tonally as well. So you have to try and find that proper airflow to be able to produce a nice tone. Now, your mouth is the chamber, similar to how the mandolin is a chamber, similar to how that recorder has a chamber as well. And everybody has a different shape of their mouth. And that's including their nasal passages as well. And that creates a resonant chamber. The more open that is, the more deeper of a sound. The more you close it off, E. If you're doing E, the more tinny it sounds. There is an optimum sound there in regards to when it becomes too open, it doesn't sound nice, and when it's too closed off, it doesn't sound nice either. So that's all about practicing and personal preference. So we have that. That's enough of talking about that. Let's do a little mandolin intro and turnarounds, and let's get the lead in there.
1, 2, 2, 3, intro.
You sit there crying, right in your bed. You say you got trouble. My friend, listen here. Don't tell me your trouble. Got enough of my own. Be thankful you're living. Drink up and go home. I'm fresh out of prison. 6 years in the pen. Lost my wife and family. No one to call friend. Don't tell me your trouble. Got enough of my own. Be thankful you're living. Drink up and go home. Back there sits a blind man, so blind he can't see. Yet he's not complaining. Why should you and me? Don't tell me your trouble. Got enough of my own. Be thankful you're living. Drink up and go home. Turn around. I'm fresh out of prison. 6 years in the pen. Lost my wife and family. No one to call friend. Don't tell me your trouble. Got enough of my own. Be thankful you're living. Drink up and go home. So that is the entirety of Drink Up and Go Home. Now, I sang this song in the key of C. C is a pretty good tone for me in regards to singing the lead. It also allows me to be able to sing the tenor and the baritone. But that is my voice. And just because my voice suits that song doesn't mean that you should be singing it in the key of C. So Dave Evans, who I talked about earlier, he sang this song in the key of A. You sit there crying, right in your bed. Now, if you're a female or a male with a higher voice, you might choose A as the way to sing it, but an octave above that. You sit there a crying, right in your bed. Now I can't. You say you got trouble. I can't sing that high, but that might be the key that you sing it in. It might be B flat. sit there crying. It might be E flat. You sit there crying. You sit there crying, right in your beer. Whatever key suits your voice the best, try it out. And just because you can sing it in a certain key doesn't mean you should. Here's D. You sit there crying, right in your beer. That might sound a better tone than you sit there crying, right in your beer. It might suit your voice better. It might suit just that specific song. And maybe if you slow it down a little bit, you sit there crying, right in your beer. But if you want to sing it fast, you sit there crying, right in your beer. Maybe that sounds better to your ears or to your audience ears or to your bandmates' ears, whatever. But really experiment. And that's the opportunity that Bluegrass 101 hopefully provides. And also when we're woodshedding and practicing, just because it was recorded in a certain key, just because you've sang it in a certain key before, just because your neighbor sings it in a certain key doesn't mean that you should sing it in that key. So in the spirit of things, let's do that in the key of A, and that's where we'll end it. If we are doing the harmony to A, don't tell me your troubles, not enough of my own. Be thankful you're living, drink up and go home. So let's do the whole song, just changing keys. Now we're going to do it in the key of A, just like Dave Evans did. Dave Evans River Band. 1, 2, 3, turn around. 1, 2, 3, 2. You sit there crying, right in your beer. You say you got trouble, my friends, listen here. Don't tell me your troubles, got enough of my own. Be thankful you're living, drink up and go home. I'm fresh out of prison, 6 years in the pen. My wife and family, no one to call friend. Don't tell me your trouble, got enough of my own. Be thankful you're living, drink up and go home. Turn around. Back there sits a blind man, so blind he can't see. Hey, he's not complaining, why should you or me? Don't tell me your trouble, got enough of my own. Be thankful you're living, drink up and go home. Wish I had. Turn around. I'm fresh out of prison, 6 years in the pen. I was my wife and family, no one to call friend. Don't tell me you're in trouble, I got enough of my own. Be thankful you're living, drink up and go home. And that is the great Drink Up and Go Home. As a few people have said on the chat, it is a real fun song to play and to sing along, and a great song to play with friends. And it has some really, really cool harmonies, and the chord changes and just how fast it is, and the fact that it's 3/4 time, and the fact that it's Jimmy Martin. It is just a real, real fun song to play in whatever occasion. And that is Bluegrass 101. Thanks everybody for tuning in. We meet here every Wednesday night, except for December 16th, if Grant is gonna mention. December 16th, the Northern Bluegrass Circle Music Society, who is the typical host for Bluegrass 101, is hosting a live, oh, hey Amanda, thank you so much, man. I hope you're having a blast, and thanks for tuning in. The Northern Bluegrass Circle Music Society is having a bit of a Christmas get together. So I'm not exactly sure what it's going to be, but it's going to be online, and it's going to be a blast. And huge thanks to Northern Bluegrass Circle Music Society for hosting that. Thank you, Shane, specifically there. That's awesome that you tuned in as well. And Clayton, of course, who always tunes in, and my mom, and everybody else there, Angeline, Bob, Kazoo, my friend from Philly, who's tuning in as well. Yeah, and Kate as well. Yeah, it's. I'm glad that at least we can get together virtually until someday soon, real soon, we can get together and play in real, really in the same room and everything. But until then, let's continue the Bluegrass 101 online every Wednesday, and stay safe out there. Missing y'all and love you.